For our daily life practice, for day 2 of our class 1 of the mindfulness course, we're going to focus in on an object of our awareness, which is thought. What we're going to do is, just like yesterday, we're going to just go about our day doing whatever we do during the day. And we'll make a little effort to be aware when thoughts come in, when they just come in. And then we'll return to whatever it is we're doing. And just like yesterday, when we discover that we've been lost in thought, we'll come back to whatever it is we're doing. So this same kind of being aware of our actions and the same coming back from being lost in thought, with the addition of just having an intention to be aware when thoughts come in. This is a really helpful practice because it gives us a little bit of space between the thoughts that come in and our identity. So we're not identifying with our thoughts quite as much as we may have been before. We take the role of the observer. We're observing our thoughts. We're aware of our thoughts. And another advantage of doing this is we get a little bit of space when a thought comes in. Space to almost instantly evaluate whether we want to go with it or whether we don't want to go with it. And another advantage of this practice is because of the same little distance we're putting between our awareness and our thoughts, and the same lessening of our identification with our thoughts, whatever kind of thought comes in, we don't get so shook by it. Maybe we're having a very negative thought, maybe we're in a bad mood, or we've been looking at the news, which is sometimes enough to get us in a bad mood. Or maybe we just feel a little physically tired and we have to do stuff anyway. And sometimes when we have these unpleasant thoughts, we sort of try to push them away because they're not very pleasant. But with this practice, the realization that we are not our thoughts. Thoughts are not our actual identity. Thoughts are something that comes into our awareness, just like a sound would or a sensation in our body. Because with this practice, we're objectively looking at our thoughts as the observer. Any kind of thought that comes in, we see that it comes and it goes. So as we said in the introduction, we start to develop this stability. We may get some real curmudgeon-style thoughts during the day when we feel bad or we just watch the news or something like that. And whereas in the past, it may have put us in a funk. I got to do something about this because I'll feel bad all day. With this practice, we see the negative thought, we perceive it in our awareness, and then we come right back to what we're doing. So we can see that we don't have to go with thoughts like that. We can actually accept those thoughts as something that has occurred, something that has come into our consciousness. But they don't have to affect the next moment. This is a wonderful practice about both being aware of our thoughts and being able to let go of them. So I encourage you all through the day today, do what you do whatever action you're going to perform, and be aware of it, be mindful of it, and have a little extra part of your mindfulness to be aware when a thought comes in, and then go back to your action again. And once again, if you find that you've been lost in thought, it's not just awareness of one thought, but a succession of thoughts that you're involved in, like being involved in a story, like watching a movie. When you notice that, just simply come back to the action you're involved in. And once again, enjoy the practice. Thank you.